Dame Dash spent years telling people the most important thing in business was ownership.
Fired. Can somebody tell you you fired?
Don't.
Can somebody tell you fired? Yes or no?
And be good.
Can another man say you're fired?
Absolutely.
No one can tell me that. And that's priceless to me.
Then his 1/3 stake in Roc-A-Fella was optioned for $1 million.
So the auction happened yesterday, and basically no one showed up.
His film company later sold at auction for $100.50.
If it has no value, who cares? So what I'm saying is this was a company that was 20 years ago, right? Like literally 2015 that had no assets in it, not a LLC, it wasn't a movie company. No movie went through that.
He filed Chapter 7 listing more than $25 million in liabilities and only $4,350 in assets.
Well, you filed Chapter 7, bankruptcy in Florida, owing over $25 million while reporting almost no assets.
But the real reason why I filed is because Chris Brown and his conspirators allegedly conspired to keep suing me, and almost to the point of obsession. To the extent that in this moment, even when I'm filing, they're still suing, saying that I have more assets than I claimed.
And now a bankruptcy trustee is trying to sell rights tied to Dame's own life story with a $37,000 opening bid.
Buy your life rights, okay, before we do.
Yeah, if you got $5 million, but
Go buy your life rights.
Salute to Dame.
Pay off your debt. I'm making a serious inquiry about purchasing his life rights. I am interested in purchasing the OG story.
I got a couple
really
dollars.
am.
This might be the most ironic chapter in Dame Dash's financial story yet. He didn't build his image around being rich. He built it around ownership. Own the company, own the masters, own the intellectual property. Never let somebody else control what you built.
Do you think your son enjoys you calling somebody else a boss? Don't you think your son would love if his name was up there? Dash, or whatever your last name is, instead of somebody else's?
Now a bankruptcy trustee is asking a judge to approve the sale of rights tied to Dame's biography, image, likeness, life story, and more than 100 hours of unreleased archived footage. Opening bid, $37,000. Not the final price, the floor, but the symbolism writes itself. According to Bloomberg Law, Everlasting Films LLC submitted that starting offer as part of Dame's Chapter 7 case. The package reportedly spans footage, photos, and memorabilia from roughly 1990 through 2025, including material connected to an unreleased Roc-A-Fella movie. And this isn't the first time creditors have reached something Dame spent years telling people they should own. In 2024, Dame still owned 1/3 of Roc-A-Fella Records, the label he built with Jay-Z and Kareem Biggs Burke.
1/3 of Roc-A-Fella Inc., which owns Reasonable Doubt, is for sale. And I've gotten a lot of calls, a lot of offers. I don't know if people are hummer stunting, or you want to buy 1/3 of Roc-A-Fella Inc., you are going to have to bring some bread. And anything over $10 million, I'm going to sweeten the pot.
That stake was a new drama. Back in 2021, Dame tried to sell a piece of it as an NFT, and Jay-Z got a restraining order to stop him. They settled in 2022, and the settlement actually clarified something important. Roc-A-Fella Incorporated owned the rights to Reasonable Doubt, not Dame personally, but Dame was still free to sell his own 1/3 interest in the company itself.
Reasonable Doubt doesn't sell. Why you think I gave it away? Nobody made no money off that shit. Barely went gold. Nobody gives a about Reasonable Doubt other than people that were there.
That interest is what a court eventually ordered sold after filmmaker Josh Weber won an $823,000 plus judgment against him. It sold at auction for $1 million. Dame spent years preaching equity. Then creditors reached the equity. Ownership still had value. It was just being used to pay somebody else. Then came Palpatine LLC, Dame's film company. Rights to Earn Her Up, Too Honorable, Welcome to Black Rock, We Went to China.
It's come to my attention that, I'm not going to say allegedly, that the lawyer Chris Brown has been soliciting that Poppington owns Honor Up. And that's the furthest from the truth. Poppington does not own Honor Up.
It went to auction in December 2025. One bidder showed up. Winning bid, $100.50. Not $100,000, $100.50. Owning an asset and owning an asset somebody actually wants to buy are two completely different things. By September 2025, Dame filed Chapter 7, more than $25 million in liabilities, about $4,350 in disclosed personal assets, no monthly income, no house, no car, $100 in cash. Roughly $19 million of that was tax debt alone.
The reason why I filed was because I've had $20 million of taxes. First off, do you know anybody that paid $25 million of taxes in your life? Name one person you know.
I don't.
Yep. Okay, so why would I be the first?
About $9.6 million owed to New York, $3.5 million to New Jersey, and $5.8 million to California. On top of that, court judgments and unpaid child and spousal support. Dames pushed back publicly, arguing on the Breakfast Club that wealthy people don't hold everything in their own name.
Rich people don't put anything in their name, but you don't know that. You don't know that. And I feel sorry for you because you don't get to see the daylight. You guys, you don't. You've missed your whole life.
We don't have anything on our name.
And that he's kept investing in businesses. That's his explanation. But Chapter 7 has one job: find property that belongs to the estate, turn it into cash, pay creditors. Now the trustee thinks Dame's own story is one more asset that qualifies.
Teach.
The financial pressure isn't staying contained to Dame's own case. It's showing up in his daughter Ava's life on camera. Ava appears on Bravo's Next Gen NYC, and the Manhattan apartment she shares with Dame reportedly received an eviction notice after rent payments fell behind. Ava later said publicly that the rent had been paid and the situation was resolved, and she made a point of saying she wasn't the one responsible for it falling behind in the first place.
I have so much negativity being spread about myself and my family. When you search my name, the first thing that pops up is Ava-evicted. I don't need my friends also adding to that. The reality is I had an apartment, I shared it with my dad, split the rent. I was on time paying my rent. My dad, not so much.
Recent episodes have also touched on something more poignant. Ava reportedly trying to get money back from her own father.
No, I tried to send you that bread. Did you get it?
I don't believe I got it. Yeah, I need that $5,000 back.
I feel like I'm a Nepo dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get it.
We don't have a verified dollar figure for that, so we're not putting one on screen. But the storyline itself is the point. Dame spent years as the face of generational wealth in hip-hop. Now his daughter is navigating her own financial independence in public while her father's bankruptcy plays out one storyline over. That's not a footnote. That's the ownership philosophy landing on the next generation before it's even fully settled with the first one. Dame didn't stay quiet. After the Breakfast Club covered the life rate story, he accused the show of only reporting his bad news while ignoring projects like BET series OG stories. He also pushed back on the bankruptcy coverage and brought up the story involving his daughter, arguing that media keeps highlighting the negative parts of his finances.
You know, my girl calls me, I'm in the middle of a meeting, and she forwards me something from, the dark-skinned chick from the Breakfast Club. And yeah, they defaulted my bankruptcy. They said they won't let me go bankrupt. They don't believe it. No one reported that. But also no one reported anything about OG stories. What the Breakfast Club did report was when I asked my daughter for some money, and now they're reporting, whatever bullshit going on with bankruptcy. But I just feel like y'all make it too obvious. Like, why don't you ever talk about any of the good stuff? Are you guys trying to line me up? Are you guys trying to amplify a narrative?
Loren LoRosa responded that she had nothing against Dame personally. She was reporting a story her audience wanted to know about.
I broke a story yesterday that a trustee investigating Dame Dash's bankruptcy just filed documents yesterday asking for permission from a judge to be able to sell Dame Dash's life right. He said no one reported on the bankruptcy the fact that they didn't want to do that. We did report on that. We did. I don't know if y'all remember. The last time we talked about this situation outside of the things with his daughter, we talked about that.
Not only that, like at one time he was the one that was giving you information on the things that he was doing, and you had a relationship with him. So
I'm the one who told y'all that he had that Black Guns Roses rock album thing happening.
I had a relationship. You all were going back and forth. He was giving you information, and you wasn't the dark-skinned chick then. You was Loren. Hey, I need help with this story. That's who you were back then.
And that leaves a fair question. Is Dame being covered unfairly? Or is a bankruptcy trustee trying to auction rights tied to your life story simply a much bigger headline than your latest business win? It would be easy to call this Dame Dash went broke. That story's already been told. The more interesting question is what happened to the philosophy. Dame was right about one thing. Ownership matters, but ownership doesn't erase debt, and it doesn't guarantee liquidity. If you owe enough, the exact assets you own become the assets creditors come after. Roc-A-Fella stake sold. Film company sold. Now the rights to his own story are on the table. The man who spent years telling everyone never to let somebody else own your story could watch a bankruptcy court approve the sale of rights to his. Was Dame's philosophy right, but the execution wrong? Or does this prove ownership means nothing if the business behind it can't produce cash? Let me know where you land. For more investigations into the money behind the claim, subscribe and tap in. I'm out of here.